Max Verstappen's fiery radio messages led to the F1 stepping in at the Belgian Grand Prix. The FIA decided to crack down on drivers using inappropriate language during races, inspired by Verstappen's heated exchanges with his race engineer Gianpiero Lambaz at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Despite finishing 5th in that race after a collision with Lewis Hamilton, both Verstappen and Red Bull emphasized that drivers serve as role models. Verstappen expressed his frustration over giving up 2nd place to Lando Norris, and criticized the race strategy before confronting his critics with some strong words. Unapologetic, he defended his language by advising those who disapprove to simply lower the volume or tune out. He remains as determined as ever. "I have already demonstrated my success, and I am always striving to make things better." While some may argue that a driver's radio communication isn't always loud, it is important to consider the impact of the language used during live broadcasts. The FIA, led by F1 chief Stefano Domenicali, recently discussed the issue of excessive swearing among drivers during a commission meeting. Domenicali emphasized the need for teams to monitor their drivers' language carefully to ensure that offensive language is avoided. This is particularly crucial as there has been a significant increase in the number of new and younger fans tuning in to watch the races. In addition to addressing the issue of offensive language, Domenicali also highlighted the importance of drivers serving as role models and maintaining appropriate behavior both on and off the track. This serves to uphold the values of sportsmanship and professionalism that are essential in the world of Formula One. The recent warnings issued to Toto Wolff and Fred Vair for swearing during an FIA press conference at last year's Las Vegas Grand Prix have raised concerns about the FIA's consistency in enforcing these standards. It is imperative for the FIA to maintain a clear and fair approach to disciplining drivers for inappropriate language to ensure that a positive and respectful environment is maintained within the sport. Dominic Al's cautious approach in managing his team and strategy will not show its full impact immediately, as these things often take time to develop and unfold. On the other hand, Lewis Hilton, a seasoned world champion, recently made headlines for his outspoken criticism of a fellow competitor. Hilton emphasized the importance of leadership and teamwork in order to truly embody the title of a world champion. In a statement to the media during the Grand Prix in Spa, Hilton stressed the need for all team members to work cohesively together, even if one is not always the designated leader. When asked about what it means to be a world champion, Hilton jokingly pondered the question and highlighted the complexity and challenges that come with such a prestigious title. In contrast, Max Verstappen, another prominent figure in the Formula One world, responded to criticisms by urging his critics to simply switch off his radio if they did not appreciate his communication style. Despite F1's efforts to limit the use of explicit language on team radios, Verstappen remains steadfast in his commitment to his current communication strategy. During the recent Hungarian Grand Prix, Verstappen had heated exchanges with his team that were broadcasted for all to hear, leading F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali to issue a reminder to all teams about the importance of maintaining clean and professional radio communications. Additionally, Max Verstappen, who appeared to be struggling with his morale throughout the Hungarian GP, faced strategic challenges from the Red Bull team that ultimately left him vulnerable to Lewis Hamilton's tactics and the skillful maneuvers of Charles Leclerc. The high-stakes world of Formula One continues to provide drama and excitement as these elite athletes navigate the pressures and challenges of competing at the highest level of motorsport. Before a last-minute clash with Hamilton at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Verstappen was visibly frustrated as he communicated back to his team via radio. "No mate, don't tell me that," he exclaimed to his race engineer Gianpiero Lambiase. "You guys gave me this plan. I'm trying to salvage what's left." Despite facing criticism after the race, the 26-year-old driver did not back down. In a post-race interview, he defended his actions and had strong words for his detractors, suggesting that they could simply ignore him if they did not appreciate his language. Despite the backlash, the reigning world champion remained steadfast in his beliefs. He made it clear that he had no intention of altering the way he addressed his team over the radio. Emphasizing his relentless pursuit of excellence, Verstappen reaffirmed his commitment to speaking up against anything he perceived as less than satisfactory. "If people don't like my approach, they can simply turn down the volume or choose not to listen," he stated confidently in an interview before the Belgian Grand Prix. With a strong determination for success, Verstappen vowed to consistently push for optimization, regardless of critics' opinions about his communication style. He firmly believed that speaking out at the right moment was crucial, especially when seeking to influence tactical decisions, such as altering a second pit stop. The young driver's unwavering determination and confidence in his approach garnered both support and criticism within the racing community, but he remained focused on his goal of achieving greatness on the racetrack. Verstappen's unshakable dedication to his methods is truly remarkable. Despite facing external judgment from those around him, he stands firm in his beliefs and techniques. His unwavering resolve serves as an inspiration to others, showing the importance of staying true to oneself even in the face of criticism. Verstappen's commitment to his principles not only demonstrates his strength of character, but also the effectiveness of his approach. By remaining steadfast in his methods, he not only achieves success, but also sets a powerful example for others to follow. In a world where conformity often reigns supreme, Verstappen's refusal to waver in the face of judgment serves as a reminder of the power of staying true to oneself. As a team, we are extremely receptive to different viewpoints and are not afraid to provide constructive feedback to one another. This dynamic has proven to be effective for us, so I anticipate that it will continue. It is crucial to be open to criticism in the current world we inhabit, as many individuals struggle to handle negative feedback. After the race in Hungary, Hamilton took the opportunity to point out Verstappen's behavior, suggesting that he should strive to emulate the behavior and conduct expected of a world champion. It was a disappointing race for the Red Bull team, despite their efforts to introduce significant upgrades in a bid to reclaim their dominance in the Formula One championship. Verstappen's starting position in third place was overshadowed by the strong performance of the McLarens, setting the tone for a frustrating race ahead. Throughout the race, Verstappen's dissatisfaction with his team and vehicle was evident, leading to multiple criticisms being aired. The tension reached its peak during the final laps of the race, when a collision between Verstappen and Hamilton added an extra layer of drama to an already intense competition. It is clear that the rivalry between these two drivers is heating up, and it will be interesting to see how they navigate their relationship on and off the track in the races to come. Verstappen's frustration was palpable as he reflected on his disappointing fifth-place finish. In a series of post-race interviews, he didn't hold back on his feelings towards Hamilton, describing their relationship as complicated and fraught with tension. Despite this, Verstappen couldn't deny Hamilton's impressive track record in Formula One, acknowledging the Brits' numerous accolades and achievements in the sport. Hamilton, on the other hand, took a more diplomatic approach when discussing the incident between himself and Verstappen in the previous race. While he commended Verstappen for his skills on the track, he couldn't help but express his belief that more could have been done to prevent the collision. With both drivers escaping punishment for the incident, Hamilton stressed the importance of drivers embodying the qualities of a true champion, including being a team player and showing sportsmanship both on and off the track. As the rivalry between Verstappen and Hamilton continues to heat up, fans are eagerly anticipating the next race to see if tensions will escalate even further, or if the two drivers will find a way to put their differences aside and focus on the ultimate goal of winning races and championships. Only time will tell how this rivalry will unfold in the coming races, but one thing is for sure: the competition between Verstappen and Hamilton is far from over. Hamilton was caught completely off guard by the steward's decision, feeling a mix of surprise and frustration. As he processed the situation, his initial calm demeanor gave way to a realization that the incident was not as straightforward as he had initially thought. Upon reviewing the footage, Hamilton noticed the telltale signs of a loss of control: the locked wheels, the misalignment of the cars, the lack of space on the track. It became clear to him that one car was clearly at fault, while the other was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The more Hamilton thought about it, the more incredulous he became. How could the stewards have made such a judgment without considering all the factors at play? He knew he had to bring up the issue with them to shed light on the nuances of the situation that may have been overlooked. Hamilton was determined to set the record straight to ensure that justice prevailed in this matter. As he prepared to address the stewards, Hamilton's mind was filled with questions and arguments, each one strengthening his resolve to contest the decision. He knew that this was not just about him and his race, but about fairness and integrity in the sport as a whole. Hamilton was ready to fight for what he believed was right, to stand up for himself and all the other drivers who may find themselves in a similar situation in the future. In conclusion, he touched upon the significance of the words spoken on the radio during tense moments, urging caution. If you enjoyed the content, remember to subscribe and enable notifications to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you, and see you in the next one.